Greetings YouTube, my name is Chris, also known as welcome to my channel. I'm going to try to make this video quick, but this is going to be titled Using an avermedia Game Capture HD2 capture card in 2020. Looks like this. I've kind of grown obsessed with Let's Playing and with this particular capture card over the past few years because this capture card does not need a computer. Excuse me. You use it almost like you use a VCR. You just plug in your system into the back of the box right here. And if you're using a PS2 or an Xbox, original Xbox or Wii, you're gonna have to buy component cables, PS2 component cables, original Xbox component cables, or Nintendo Wii component cables. I haven't tried it with any other systems, that are older than those. With the regular Xbox 360 or PS3 or anything higher, you just plug in an HDMI cable and then plug it into your system. Then you plug it into your TV and you turn it on. It works sort of like a VCR. A lot of neat things about this capture card. Well, first, let me start from the beginning, or a little further back. I bought this capture card back in 2000. Wow, 14, I think. And with the number of Let's Plays I have, I should have way more than that, considering, or way more Let's Plays than I currently have. I should have more videos as well, but oh well. I bought this back in 2014. What else is there? As far as I know, avermedia.com, they don't really give any support. They give a list of like specs for the box, like on their website, and just a list of like some of the features or some of the things that that it can do and whatever. I'm not really a tech kind of person, and when I call avermedia.com, they don't really give any. I guess they don't really give any more support on this thing. I mean, on this capture card. But whatever. I only say that because, first of all, let me calm down some. A few years ago, I bought a. I didn't buy anything. I downloaded an update for this thing. I downloaded it on my computer to a not update, firmware. I downloaded that to my to a thumbstick USB drive, and my friend was like, "Don't download it," and I'm like, "Why not? It's firmware. I probably need it." And I think in all actuality, I didn't need it because with this capture card, you can also plug it into an Ethernet cable and connect it to the internet, so you can upload video straight to YouTube. I don't do that right there. I just record it onto my hard drive, plug my hard drive into my computer, and upload it like that. Well, once I started, after I did that, what happened was I was trying to upload a video, or I was trying to edit a video. And I think this happens with all capture cards or all capture cards of that type, unless you're probably connected to the internet or something and you're getting updates or whatever. But sometimes, every now and then, when you try to edit a video, sometimes it'll freeze. I'll show you what I mean. I'm sure I won't be able to do it now, but okay. So let's see here. You can make like a 20-minute or 30-minute video, and you can break that video down into whatever. Like you could take the 30-minute video and cut it in half, and just, you know, record the first, or make the first 30 minutes its own video, and then, or the first 15 or whatever minutes its own video, and then the last 15 its own video, or you know, 5-minute videos, whatever you want to do. When you're doing that, sometimes it'll freeze. Excuse me. And this happened like right after, like a few months, like a few days after I downloaded the firmware. And so yeah, well, let's say this video right here. Excuse me. Let's say I wanted to break this 13-minute video down into like 5 minutes. So I could have the first, I would just go here and I would erase this part. Not erase, but just take it away. And then it would make this section right here, with its 5 minutes and 44 seconds, and make its own video. So after downloading the firmware and making some videos, I decided I made like an hour-long video, and I wanted to like cut it up into like 20-minute chunks. And what happened was, as it was, let's go to it again. It kind of froze. Well, it didn't kind of freeze. It did freeze. Let's do right there. Let's take that off. And you press F3, which is export. I'm not going to press it, but once you press it, it takes a little bit of time. It takes a few minutes for it to make, you know, the video, you know, that length. Well, mine froze on me, and I was worried. Oh, excuse me. I was worried because I was like, man, I just got this capture card. I hope I didn't break it already. But also I was anxious because I was like, I don't want to be waiting forever. So what happened was I just unplugged. I just unplugged my capture card, or I unplugged it right here. Boop. Unplugged it. And I plugged it back in. And I thought it damaged my capture. It did something to my capture card. It didn't really damage it, but it made it to where I couldn't edit videos anymore. I couldn't edit videos anymore, and I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't edit any videos. I could play them back, but I couldn't edit them anymore. I couldn't break them down into smaller videos. So that was kind of annoying. But then after a certain amount of time, like after like years, like a year or two, I was able to edit videos again. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So that's a little wacky thing about this capture card. Although this capture card is the second one I'm using. The first one that I have is over there somewhere. The first one, the one that I had that issue with. And now that capture card does a very weird thing. It when I hook up my 360 and PS3, well, just my 360, I can't hear any sound. And I'll get to that in a second. One thing this capture card is kind of neat for. I don't like always unplugging my component cables to plug in my composite cables or whatever. So with the capture card on or off, I can turn it off, and I can still play my system. You know, this box acts as sort of a pass through or whatever. so you know, if I feel like unplugging anything, I can just keep my PS2 on, or just play my PS2 with this off. Not recording, of course. And since I have my PS2 plugged in, as well as my 360, because my PS2 are the component cables, my 360 is the HDMI cable. So I could actually just play either one without having to turn the box on. One thing this capture card does, one of the annoying things that it did after I got frustrated and just unplugged it while it was in the middle of exporting videos, it has this thing where it blinks, and it doesn't. When you watch it back, there's no blinking at all. There's no blinking. But there have been times when when I'm let's playing and I receive comments and people would say, "Dude, what are you doing? You're just running in the wall. You just ran right out into the open and just got shot all up." And I want to try to tell them, "Hey, it's my capture card. My capture card blinks." But I would not explain it. I don't think they understand, or would they probably care? And I thought that was something that would stop after I changed capture cards. After I got a new one, it had to. It hasn't stopped. It never did stop. So that was kind of annoying. What else is there? Oh yeah, one important thing. Avermedia never tells you this. Not on their website. You have to actually call them and get it and find out from them. But external hard drives, these things, that thing right there. If you're going to use an external hard drive for this, although I don't know who's still using this, who even uses this thing aside from me. Make sure your hard drive has the right speed. I think it's the guys told me. The guys at Avermedia told me it has to have a right speed of over 72 RPMs or something like that. If not, it won't play. Now I don't really know what that means, because like this is the first external hard drive I ever bought. That's a Western Digital Passport. That's like an old model, like one of their older models. For some reason, that write speed is faster than a lot of the later or the more current Western Digital external hard drives. So when I have maybe 30 or 40 hours left of recording time on that hard drive, and as time went on, I was thinking, man, I need to really get another hard drive. So I just figured I'll buy another Western Digital. I buy another Western Digital. I think it's called a Path. I forgot what it was called, but it was a newer model than that. And wouldn't you know it, my capture card wouldn't even play. It wouldn't even record. See, record. It wouldn't even record or do anything. And so I was like, this sucks. So I returned it, sent it back to Amazon, or sent it back to eBay. Got a refund. Bought another Western Digital. Same thing. Wouldn't play. Wouldn't do anything. I called Avermedia, and they were like, "Oh, it has to have a right speed of blah 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 of a certain speed." And I was like, "Okay, would you guys know any hard drives that have good write speeds?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't really know." For some reason, I don't know. For some reason, people don't seem to know what the write speeds are, or what has the best write speeds, or at least all the people that I came in contact with. Like I tried calling Gadget Guru, I tried calling I think Best Buy a few times, or whatever. Nobody really knew. I even called Western Digital themselves. I said, "Hey, do you guys know of any, I asked them. I was like, well, which hard drive do you guys carry that has the fastest write speed?" And they're like, I don't know. And I guess the people that I spoke to were just the telephone people. They're probably not the people. They're probably definitely not the people that actually make the product. But it was weird calling them and them not knowing the right speed of their own devices. So that was frustrating. And the only thing Avermedia could tell me was, I don't know. You should try getting you should try getting an SSD hard drive, solid state hard drive. I have one now, and these things are pricey. I actually have 3 of them. That one, and 2 more. I just farted, by the way. And yeah, I have less space. Only 1 terabyte when I'm used to having 2 terabytes. But supposedly they're like the best things ever. No moving parts or anything like that. So I was like, ah, screw it. Because, yeah, so as far as I know, only certain Western Digital hard drives will work for this thing. Now, Seagate has better hard drives, and I was about to buy a ton of those because they actually work. They actually are they're good for recording. But people were telling me that like Seagate has like a a high failure rate. It'll just, you know, they have a tendency to just go up on you. And this is what people on YouTube say and whatever else. I know I shouldn't trust and believe everything I read on the internet, but I mean, like I was about to spend $50 on these things, and I was like, I need all the info I can get, good or bad. So, but yeah, sometimes it hasn't done it now, but sometimes it'll actually blink. And I think that's an issue I'm going to have with all of my capture cards. Oh boy. There you go. I was out of focus. So, aside from that, it's a good capture card. I like it a lot. It's really good for what I'm trying to do, and it's very simple to use. You know what I'm saying? It does that sometimes too, and it didn't do this before, because this is a Let's Play that I'm currently working on, and it didn't do this right here. But sometimes it'll say the output resolution of video source is changed. Please reactivate recording. And mind you, when it does that, you got to press record and start a whole separate video. You can't just resume recording. That's weird. So, let's go back real quick to the home screen. Yes, that could be a pain because some games I play, you know, some games the cutscene may be different than like the cutscene will probably be of a different video quality than the actual gameplay. And so, you know, the thing will do that, especially if it's something, if you're playing something that's trying to look like realistic during cutscenes, this thing will freak out on you. Say, oh, wait a second. That resolution output has changed. I'm going to stop your video right here. And that could be a real pain in the rear end. Yeah, so it does that right there. I don't think it does that too much. I don't think it does that a lot with games in HD, because I haven't had that issue yet with my 360, with recording my 360. But yeah, see right here, this video is 19 minutes long. It's my first. I'm working on a Let's Play, and I'm just wondering why my video never stopped right here. Because when I was just showing you guys just now the recording, it said the resolution output had changed, but here it's playing just fine from the startup screen all the way through here. So I guess this capture card's just in a bad mood today. See, it played just fine. It never stopped or anything. I played all the way up to the first save point, and I ended the video. And what else? Let's see, file management. I I file all my videos using a computer. I plug my hard drive into a computer, and I make folders for all of my Let's Plays. And once you do that, you can actually come here, and you can watch stuff. Like, you can watch everything that you've recorded. Like, I just did a video of I have yet to upload these, but I did Crisis 3. I'm trying to do at least 30 videos or 30 Let's Plays before I actually upload anything. 30 or 40. See, I'm not sure when I'll upload these, but I've done the entire Crisis trilogy. But anything you've recorded and and organized, it'll let you play it on here. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. You can do that. What else here? Can I zoom in a little bit? There we go. Let's zoom in some. If you go here, all the way down to the bottom, and go to optimal. This is neat because this is all kind of gibberish to me. All I know is max length. You'll get the most hours. When I first started Let's Playing, I had a 2 terabyte hard drive, my Western Digital, I showed you guys. And I had like 1,000 hours of recording time. So I was like, yes, this is perfect. I could do 100 Let's Plays or whatever with 1,000 hours. So it'll tell you the hours. Like, you could do max length, which will only give you 133 hours. The quality maybe, good. Anything's better than holding a camera in front of a TV. Or you can do good quality, which is slightly better, 81 hours. Or you can do optimal quality, which is the best this thing can do. I think the best this thing could do would be I think when I record videos with my 360 with the HDMI cable, I think they're in slightly better quality than when I do on PS2. Well, of course they are, because PS2 isn't HD. But yeah, so that worked. That's neat. When I first started my channel, on my Let's Play channel, I did about like 30 or so Let's Plays. And I liked it. It was okay, but I was like, you know what, let me just bump up the quality. And so a few years ago, I decided to just start using the optimal quality. You can do watermark, which will be avermedia, or you can actually customize your watermark and just put your name or your channel's name or whatever. I didn't like that too much. I wish I could choose like the size of it, because if I could do that, then I'd probably just do that right there and put my eyes on an overlip name and just have it in this small tiny corner out of the way. And that's about it. You can change the display mode, like standard recording. The main difference between these right here, I think, well, standard, I believe this is the one. With this game, when you're this game with this capture card, when you're recording, see it's glowing red. You can press pause to pause recording. Like, there were times, see how this blinks? there were times when I was recording and I had to use the bathroom. I was like, oh, I hate the bathroom. So I paused the game and I would pause the recording. Wait a second, it's still recording. Let's see. Pause. There we go. And see, as you guys seen or just saw, I set it to standard. Standard recording. When you pause it, it'll show you how long you've been recording for and how many. Come on, focus. How many minutes you actually have left on the capture card. So I have like 3,200 273 minutes on there. And then you can press record again to resume recording. Well, I'm sure there's probably some difference quality-wise and what you choose. But the other style, or whatever you want to call it, when you pause your recording, it doesn't tell you. And even that right there, when you stop recording, it tells you how long you've been recording for. Excuse me. The other recording style, real time, it doesn't tell you that. When you pause the game or pause the recording, it doesn't tell you what you have left, how long you've been recording. And that's kind of one of my gripes with this capture card, is that there's, from what I can tell, there's no real timer. You know, like when I record, I just use a clock. Like when I'm Let's Playing and I'm doing 30-minute videos, I'll say, okay, it's 8:15 now. Okay, so I got to 8:45 and whatever. But I really wish they would have added a timer to this thing so you could see how long you're recording, so it would be a little easier to keep track. But oh well, I guess that's why they made it to where you can just, record all you want and then come back and edit, the videos and change them to whatever size you want. But here is where you go, the media studio. After you've made a recording, it's best to just press up rather than pressing down, 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 down. Because these are all videos or Let's Plays that I've did. So it's best to just press up. That one, Kill Switch, that's unfinished. I have to get back to that one day. But here are your videos right here. And you can choose to edit them or do whatever you like with them. And or you can just play them back. And when you play them back, you can, fast forward, whatever. Stuff like that. And another weird thing about this capture card, which is kind of convenient for me, I buy really cheap headsets. I'm not ready to spend a lot of money on a headset. As long as I can hear my voice, I'm good. And the neat thing is, when you're recording, let's say I would plug in my headset. I'm not going to, but when you're recording, you could unplug your headset if you want while you're recording, and it'll keep on recording. It won't keep on recording your voice or anything like that. But also while you're recording, you can plug in your headset at any time and just start talking. And when you play it back, you'll hear your voice and stuff like that. So that's kind of a neat thing. I gotta stop being cheap and just buy a headset that has a mute button, so I don't have to do all that right there. But that's another weird thing about this capture card. You can also eject your hard drive, or just press eject and then pull it out. So yeah, keep in mind, if you're going to get a hard drive, like buy a solid state. I guess either I have the Samsung portable SD or portable SSD T5. It was either this, a bunch of these, or a bunch of SanDisk makes one as well. It's kind of a neat looking little hard drive, but it has like grips on it and stuff like that in case you ever drop it or whatever. But yeah, so if you're going to get a hard drive, make sure you know your stuff. Like, make sure you know the speed and everything. If you have to, get a gateway. If you have the extra money or whatever, or if you're not me, basically anybody that's not me, like most of you guys' pets probably have more money than I do. And if that's the case, just buy yourself an SSD. These work just fine. One thing though, the guy at Best Buy told me that a lot of SSD hard drives, they're set to EX by default. So you have to plug it into your computer and you have to format it to FAT, because this capture card, it won't record anything. It won't record onto a hard drive that's using EX. I forgot what it's called. EX something. I forgot what it's called. But it won't. You won't be able to use it if your hard drive is set to EX. You have to set it to FAT. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. So I think that's about it. I'll upload this video immediately. My Let's Plays, I'm gonna do at least 30. I'm currently working my way through. I just finished all the SOCOM games. So I'm working my way through all of the Call of Duties, and then I'm gonna try to. But then I'll work my way through all of the Medal of Honors, then Shell Shock. Then I'm gonna work my way through all of the Rainbow Six games and all the Ghost Recon games. Then I'll move on to the 360 real quick and just do all those Ghost Recon games and the Rainbow Six games. And then I'll upload. I know it's a lot, but that's what I want to do. So, take care, you guys. I'll see you later.